What's up, guys? So when I started out training, I came across a weightlifting coach called John Bros, who would train his weightlifters according to the Bulgarian method. And for those of you who are not familiar with the method, it is basically a high frequency, high intensity training method with very little volume and very little variation. You basically max out on the competition lifts and the squat every single day, sometimes taking multiple attempts after missing a lift. So as you can imagine, this training method is not for the faint of heart. You need a very particular mentality to survive this kind of training. And the mentality part is always something that came up when you heard John Bros talk. One very popular quote of his is, "How you feel is a lie." Meaning that even if you are extremely sore, tired, or stiff, it does not mean that you can't train. It also doesn't mean that you won't perform well. Yes, you don't feel great, but that doesn't really mean anything. I even remember a story of his where he mentioned that one of his athletes walked into the gym completely wrecked and not wanting to train. But just by showing up, getting under the barbell, and taking it set by set, the athlete eventually walked out of the gym with a PR. And today that quote popped up in my head quite a few times, because I wasn't feeling energetic, my glutes were sore, and I pulled something in my lower lat during my set with 150 kilos. So the circumstances weren't ideal. But despite all that, I repeatedly told myself that how I feel is a lie. Because even though I did not feel great, I still really wanted to beat last week's set of 180 kilos times 5. Last week that 180 kilos moved pretty smooth, so I knew that even on a subpar day, I would have a good chance of beating that number. And I did. After the 170 kilos for a set of 5, I decided that I felt good enough to go for 185 kilos for a set of 5. And that was a good call, because it actually moved really well. So that's another rep PR on the hack deadlift. Let's see if we can continue this trend all the way up to 200 kilos. Alright guys, that's all I have for today. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.